Right on, and another episode of Memgen.io, and we're going to go back to our $1 million app today and go back on the progress. I've been running on it over the weekend. I think we're on about day 4 now since we did the first video, maybe 5. Um, if you missed the second episode, those of you on TikTok, I don't know what the issue was, but it's been under review for like forever. Could have grown an oak tree. It almost feels like, but unfortunately that isn't there. It doesn't look like it will go onto TikTok. Um, so we'll call this a 2 and a 3 for the TikTokers. The TikTokers can go over to YouTube and find it. I will post it in the links for you to see episode 2, which was mainly actually just going through faults. So this is where we are. You can see huge updates now. It's real, all starting to take shape. We've got no errors in the F12 console, and we've got no error. Oh, we do have an error in intercom. That's not a problem. I've solved that one before. I don't know why it's back on. That will be all of them. Yes. That just means this voice won't work for the demonstration of the video, which is what I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So the problem we had, uh, mainly where we got on the Claude flew out the website as we suspected, but it boiled down again to human prompt, like I always try to stress. And in my prompt, I did include the words "make a Next.js project." So that's exactly what the agent did. Um, and then we got to the point where um, dealing with companies like ChatGPT, OpenAI, etc., Grok from X, and linking them into your own sort of interface app, you have to deal with all the CSP regulations of that company and parameters, settings, etc. And you just couldn't embed. It wasn't the case of embedding a simple um, website, web browser into a Next.js project, um, because you would never pass the CSP rules. So we had to use Electron.js, and then I was a bit stubborn as well. I was like, I didn't want to fully migrate at that point. Um, you could, on paper, I suppose, migrate Electron into the Next.js project, and that's the route that I sort of chose to take for about 8 hours, and I quickly chose not to afterwards. So it just caused a lot of conflicts. It made a lot more work. It just made everything more complicated. You're basically running two front end JS sort of style projects, sort of merging them together. Um, and I'd never used Electron, so I was being a bit of a pussy, and you know, trying to escape out on the work. In the end, it led to the inevitable, and we had to migrate to Electron JS fully for the app, and then progress really started to happen. So along the way, I also, I spent a bit of time tuning um, my root code uh, with with Claude 3.7, and when I say I spent a bit of time, I got the documentation from Electron. I went through the whole documentation and sort of made a summary, copied, pasted, these sort of things, made a document. I then found some handy YouTube videos on building web browser interfaces with Electron.js, and I got our AI agent Lola to transcribe the videos and take the data out of them, and then merge everything together into one big prompt style document. Give that to Claude, and we got away. So we got through all of the challenges. CSP challenges were probably the most annoying. They just keep propping up from everywhere, and then not only did you have to put the rules in for this main page, I had to then put the rules a second time in for each browser interface, and sort of like everything you do that involves working with this um, interface where you're connecting with ChatGPT's website for as such. It's the same thing. You need to create those pathways for CSP related security. So now here we are. We do have OpenAI 4 instances of in our Interfaces AI project app that we've created. Um, I am on my personal account. As you can see, this is all my history going back to 2023. So, you know, I'm not bullshitting. It's all there. And now I'm going to we're going to do a little bit of a how we could use this, um, you know, in a normal everyday sort of way, but take your AI use to the next level. So I'm going to be a sort of person now for the scenario. I'm a newbie. Uh, I've only used GPT, I don't know, 40, 50 times for posts, and I've never explored out of my box. I've never tried more than one LLM or tried to make some kind of agentic workflow. Um, and now I found this app and it puts everything on a page. I'm gonna try. So um, and hopefully I would have watched my video on being a prompt pro and not a prompt plum here, which is on TikTok and YouTube, because we're going to be using some of that technique now in this process to do this task. Now, the task that we're going to do in our app is just to create a, a blog post, a tweet, an article, something that needs some research, and it needs summarizing, content writing, and proof editing. And effectively, that's what we are going to build in interface one. We are going to use the search power, and we're going to create this as a research agent. This one here is going to have some thinking power, and he's going to be an analyst. Basically, he's going to summarize whatever data or research data agent one gets. So we'll just call that agent one. Agent two from interface twos is the analyst, and he's going to provide a summary of that data for agent three over here, interface three. Um, this guy's going to create the content. Now he's going to just take that summary, which has come from all the data there, and he's going to write a content. And this guy here finally is going to proof edit it all. And how we're going to perfect this a little bit more is we're going to use the same system that I used in my Prompt Pro video. I'm going to go back here. We're going to use Grok for creating XML prompts. And check out that video for why to use XML or Markdown, and the powers of it. Just better results, better clarity. You can really build out a hierarchy and a flow of tasks and instructions as such. So, and we use Grok Research to get the research, find something, and all this. We did that anyway, and we're going to be summarizing it on AI Tools. The document is on AI Tools. So here's the summary guy. Every time you use a prompt, for me, you start with this one here, a role. Yeah. give the agent a role, give them a task. Then it should have the instruction in the middle. Um, Instructions, if you're building an agent as well, it's always good to have some examples of what they can do or if they're calling tools, etc. Goal, the goal of the overall task and the objectives, additional guidelines, etc. All of this stuff is very good. So we're just going to take all of that information. We did copy it, yeah. Copy, and we're going to go into there. Just going to paste it, and this guy, it's in its memory now. Agent one. He's going to take that on board as his instruction for this task until we start a new chat or whatever. This is his number one, and there. So while that's happening, we'll get on over to this guy. We're going to get his instruction and put that in there. So he's the summarizer, and we do have this writ out somewhere. Prompt, provide a topic summary. So yeah, this is the guy. Content, oh no, topic summary into a compelling mastery. Okay, no, this is the content creator. Prompt, research AI agent. We did do that. A little bit wrong, actually. I got carried away myself. I forgot to use the grok for the code, but we'll crack on. Right, this one's the um, content creator. Right, that goes into number 3. We're going to give them reasoning, and we're going to give them the ability to search. Well, no, we won't. Off the data he's given, paste. He's got his, so we've got 2 left to do. Summarize, right. Okay. What I will do here is go back into this and then just say, do the same task, but for an agent who summer who analyzes and summarizes research data. So Google is very good at doing these sort of things, I think, and this is sort of where I use it at the moment. It's like my base go-to for my first port call, um, and it's not like my final step of a process. It'll normally be a start. I will start with getting some information from Google. I've got Flash thinking on at the moment, so it is a thinking one. So what I should have done with the last one that I did wrong, I should have got that, gone into this grok code, which is on code agent setting, and now I'm gonna say, now do the same for this prompt. Translate to XML format. A grok is sort of like a higher level Gemini is how I'm using grok at the moment. I haven't used the grok voice in that yet, so that'll be cool. I'll be looking for that, looking forward to trying those things. But I'll get summaries in Google and then come over and I'll use grok code maybe, and grok research as well. Google research is very good, and just getting additional data runs, because they do throw out different things which is quite bizarre. Um, So it's about sort of understanding your LLM model that you're using and where it's strong. You know, Gemini is really good at visual. Like I showed in the Gemini video that we did with the stream real time. It's very good at talking. Eleven's Labs uses one of the Flash Thinking Google models for the talking, um, and it's very good at like auditing and prompt writing and these sort of things. As for a code agent in Rude Code, I don't think not quite there. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I would use it for maybe like just basically like keeping documentation, auditing, um, starting the layouts, or maybe I'd have a website built and then say read this file and create CSS for it. It will do fine. Um, but you know, high complex tasks, I would use definitely use Claude or Grok. At the moment, those are my go-tos. ChatGPT, yeah, I would use like O3 High and stuff, but I just stopped paying for the fee on ChatGPT because there's so many free and other versions out there that are arguably better or as good. So now we've got our summary instructions. We did put them over to already. So we've got this, we're going to copy that. We're going to go back over to our project and we're going to give this guy his instructions, and then all we've got left is the content, the proof editor. Okay, so we're just going to do the same. Um, Finally, do the same for a proof editor agent who will proof edit our content to final version. Um, Checking for perfect grammar and spelling. So this is the reason, the very reason that I built the app. Why we decided to build this AI app that we're building, Interfaces AI, is because man, it gets frustrating going in and out of all your accounts. You know, flipping from Grok to Google to OpenAI, and then boom, hello, we've got it all here in one. I can just and yeah, I could have done the what I'm doing over there in the other interfaces. I will be able to do here on the next video um, when I've added the extra company options for the website, so where they can go. So like adding Google Studios on here and adding Grok, so people can sign into their account. So I haven't done that. We've only got OpenAI for now, which won't take me long to put more on. Now I've got past the initial errors, but so there we go. Right, where was we? Research. No, for a research analyst and summarization. Well, I didn't want research, but there we go. Grok's a little bit gone out of context there. It was on Google, wasn't it? And then we're gonna get this guy, proof editor, copy that, copy Grok. Finally, do the same for this proof editor, proof editor agent. There we go. Boom. should have now. We go right to the bottom. There we go. It's even the content creator is that keen. Um, it's already off. I like it. Um, Already it's doing very well. So when we actually get some data, um, he's keen this one. This guy's like he's a little bit laid back. So yeah, I'll provide accurate and effective summary, man. When you share me some details, which is yeah, I prefer the. I like keen, but yeah, this guy's just. I think he'll be ready when when we get over to it. Right. This guy should have. This guy. Yes, I am referring to AI as another person. Again, we got another keen one. He's putting his summaries and analysing data. We should have this through now, finally. Dee -dee 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 -dee. Proof editor, copy. So this is the sort of thing that I do anyway. And proof editor, do we need him to have a reason, or should we just keep him very? We'll give him reason. We'll go that. Yeah, I always create. I start with an instruction base. Any chat model that I go in, or on Google, you can put stuff up in here. Optional tone and instruction style. ChatGPT, you can create your even a project workflow in ChatGPT spaces now. Grok's the same as well. You know, your messages can just keep going. So always start with that initial message. And then you can always, at the end, as you go through, just always finish your message with, you know, like use some markdown. Um, Go right, refer to initial prompt. You know, um, hopefully you'll spell initial right. Uh, 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 devs can't spell. We have Grammarly, or apparently mine switched off, but hey ho. Yeah, so you just do that every time, and it sort of reminds itself where they are. So we should be ready for this little task. Um, Reasoned about proofreading instructions for 11 seconds. Okay, well he's proofread and supplied our code. He's actually that's even better. That he's actually proofread in um, XML. We just instruct him that it doesn't have to be in XML. Final product should not be in XML. I should have read the prompt from Grok or Google. I did. I'm guilty. I didn't. Maybe there's something in there about making sure it's all in XML. Right, so we're off. And the subject we was going to do was AI tools. So research guy. Right, search the web. Use all your tools, including researching on web browsers like SERP, Perplexity, and Google. Google search. Um, Give a detailed and concise uh, data collective on new AI. tools. Include trending, trending new projects on GitHub with most downloads, most recent, and AI tool related. So, boom, there's that one done in there. Then we can get that data and just put that over into this one very easily. We're not having to flick in and out. This agent is there set for the task of researching, and if you've got an interface like this that provides the memory, we will add more initial instructions here for the LLMs, especially on API mode, uh, which will be more of our premium mode. You will be able to do so much more customization because you'll be just pulling a LLM model of your choice and then being able to customize it. So we've got our research. I think we will need to give this guy search as well. Maybe. You know, he's a summarizer. He might go back in. Go sources, copy. Uh, Analyze, summarize, and elaborate on this research to give a summary document to content writer. Oh, we don't have spell check on there. I have to sort that out. Give and summarize to give the research and to research and give. But yeah, to research and give a summary document to the content writer with enough information to create some content on the given subject below. Let's get rid of the U and off we go. Yeah, so they're all set there then. Like I was saying, if you would have your setting and you wouldn't need to change them. This is a research agent. You've got your summarizer, and it's elaborating each time a little bit more information. We've given him the power conclusion, and then we're just gonna again take this over, and a lot of it will be in your initial script to how you how your output comes from the agent. Like, you know, if I was doing this and setting it up for an instance where I'd use it for time after time again, um, I would really write a much longer prompt at the beginning and refine ways of how I want them to write, and when to use bold and highlight and certain things like this. Okay, uh, your example, a birth is good. I wonder if they can change the font. I'm gonna see if I can do that, and I'm gonna give them the ability to do that. Good. Can you now write content on this topic below. I have provided a summary. Provided a summary. I'm going to see if it can change the font. I don't know if it can do that, but can you write in Google Orbiton? Is it Orbiton font? Give the content a modern, engaging feel. Uh, keep it interesting and detailed. Use bold writing and other effects to make your content stand out. And then just text. Boom. Paste. So with your initial prompt, like these little bits that I'm giving at the beginning, like this is something I would put in my initial prompt if I had more time and I was going to use this exact setup time and time out again. And if you are, an influencer or you do a lot of content creation work, content writing, this is a perfect setup really for you to use this flow, and without having to go out and start building AI agents and all the rest of it. It doesn't get much easier than just having it all together on one instance. What we will do, I think, is be able to make these expand as well. But I think, in all honesty, this size is pretty workable for how it is. You can still add attached files and everything there. I'm not struggling to read or work with this file. That was something I spent some time on. If you remember the first video, it was just like that and all squeezed together. And then I thought, right, let's make it longer. Let's more user friendly. And there we went off. So uh, okay, we it's given us the headings. It's given us it all in a different HTML. So maybe have I got that in the right order? Let's just say we want our content in normal style writing for uh, a medium article not in HTML or code. Rewrite. Unfortunately, that was a little bit of a letdown from ChatGPT there, or it could have been my prompt. But, yeah. Rewrite to match my requirement. Help if I put an E in there. And yeah, let's just get it to rewrite that. There you go. It's done it in normal writing. And boom, here it is. So the thing is, we did say in the initial prompt a blog or something. So it's obviously done it in HTML. It's done it pretty well, I have to say. Has it used different language? Right, and let me just copy again, and we're going to go over to our proof editor and our final writer. Okay, here is your first task. First task, proof edit this content, written content, written content, copy, paste, boom. And it's just so much easier now. Like I like just finding it there, and I'm only copying from there and going to there. I'm not flipping around. And if you're anything like me, I've always got about 50 tabs open, and probably like three different browsers as well. So, and they all look pretty similar. So, and boom, there we are. We have a final proof edited response, and here's our little agentic workflow. First demonstration here from Interfaces AI. We are the next generation of AI interfaces, and watch out for number 4, part 4, where we're going to be going into a lot more detail with. There's going to be Grok in here. There's going to be DeepSeek. There's going to be Claude, um, and then you'll be able to sign into all of their chat models. These options will be full. All the little final touches for this side of the app. I'll get beast mode button done, um, and then we'll be starting to create the customized API version side. So we might probably going to roll this one out before that, and then we will update the API and stuff will be like version 1.02 or something like that. Yeah, so there you go. Another intriguing episode and more progress on the $1 million app. And I hope you're enjoying watching Memgen.io build it all from scratch using AI and sharing with you every little tip. And you should be able to use this information, and I hope you are, to better yourselves, your careers, and just free up a bit more time, right? Yeah, because that's what it's all about.